Street Gods or Kim in the house. So some Stoic thoughts. So it's how to deal with other people. First and foremost, okay, I'm gonna share some thoughts which sound quite not nice, but I think it works for me. Is first kind of look at other people as like maybe less intelligent or less knowledgeable or less accultured compared to you, and also or assuming like let's say their English is not their first language or whatever, then just blame it on their lack of English proficiency. 네, 엄마가 지금 요가해요. So like if you're dealing with people, family members, co-workers, whatever, that English is not their first language. 네, 우리 물 보러 가요. English is not their first language. You could just have some sort of scuffle, or you kind of interpret something bad. Just assume it's okay. I probably just misinterpreted it because English is actually not their first language, or they're not American. Therefore, I do not communicate the way they do. This happens especially a lot with second generation kids, whatever. Like people like myself, right? I'm like Korean American, born in the States, raised here. I am Korean, I look Korean, but then I learned my pidgin Korean while here. So next time someone asks me what I am, I'm an American. Or even better, I'm like, someone's asking me, so what are you? I'm gonna say I'm Baekin. Baek means white, in means person, so I'm white. Like more people should just do that. It's like, can you imagine if though people look traveling, they're like, what are you, right? And I'm like, I'm Caucasian, or I'm white. We're gonna see what people's responses are. This kind of mess with people's perceptions. Also, another good thought is be like, ignore the barking of dogs. This is a good Stoic mindset where this is like dogs bark at what they don't know. It's just, 내 우리 물 보러 가요. You don't get the dog. You don't get really angry. I mean, barking dogs are annoying. Like I hate barking dogs, and super high pitch. I hate it. And then the strategy is just don't be in the vicinity, right? Like if you're walking in a certain neighborhood and you see a dog chained up and is barking at you, like it's not the dog's fault. The dog just doesn't know any better, and just kind of keep your distance, right? So yeah, just treat other people when they're talking nonsense or being unpleasant. Just barking dogs, right? Just ignore the barking of dogs, or just like dog has rabies, it's foaming from the mouth. It's like it's not really its fault it got rabies. It's just keep it different. Enjoy. Another theory, right? This is kind of more of an ethical one, right? 네, 우리 물 보러 가자. So let's say somebody falls into the water and they're drowning and they're asking for help, and then somebody who's deaf walks by and doesn't help them. The deaf person is not culpable because they just couldn't hear the person drowning and couldn't help them, right? And so some people are actually like metaphorically deaf. They just don't speak your same language, or they don't understand the same things you do. So that it kind of doesn't make sense to get angry at them, because they just are actually more maybe ignorant or not knowledgeable about the same things you are. So ultimately, and then this is also very sexist too, right? But like, the miscommunication between men and women, just the wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever, it's woman, you're a man. Just blame it on the sexual differences. Oh, I'm a guy, she's a girl, and we speak different languages, and that's cool, where you kind of interpret things differently. And so just blame it on your sex or whatever, the sexual difference. 한이도 vlogging 해요. Yeah, and you can just blame it on just blame it on the fact that they're gender X, Y, Z, and it's not really your fault. You're not really culpable, and just don't cast blame. I mean, somebody somebody's being unpleasant because they only slept 2 hours or they're super stressed, no, it's not really their fault. It's just the way things are. What you can just do is just keep your distance, right? Social distancing in the metaphorical sense.